BJP moved the Calcutta High Court seeking action against senior state government officials. This comes after several BJP workers clashed with the police yesterday while they were taking part in the Chalo rally, which was meant to end at the state secretariat. The High Court has sought a report from the state's Home Secretary by September 19th on the matter. As per sources, a BJP worker, Meenu Devi Purohit, who was injured in the protest yesterday, is said to be in a critical condition. The BJP has called for a Kala Dibosh, which is a black day in Bengal. Meanwhile, the TMC government is set to place a resolution in today's Legislative Assembly session against the CBI, ED and other federal agencies, saying that these are being used by the central to harass state governments.
ये इतना भुगला गया है ना, डर का महल। ममता जी खुद भागी और उनकी एटीट्यूड पूरा किम नॉर्थ कोरिया बना दिया। जिस तरीके से बीजेपी वर्कर का सपोर्टर का अनएम्प्लॉयड एडुकेटेड यूथ को रोका जा रहा है, पूरा प्रदेश भर में आप देखिए क्या तांडव मचा रखा है। ममता जी का साथ आदमी नहीं है, बंगाल का जनता नहीं है, इसलिए जैसे नॉर्थ कोरिया में करता है तानाशाही, इस तरीके से बंगाल में भी तानाशाही कर रहा है।
কোটি কোটি টাকা চুরি করছে আর এখানে এসে বলছে আমাদের রাজ্য সভাপতিকে অ্যারেস্ট করবেন। আমরা বলছি আপনি কে? আপনাকে তো চিনি না। আপনি তো টিএমসির ক্যাডার হতে পারেন। সিপি কে ডাকুন। ওনার খুব ইগো, সিপি কে ডাকবেন না। আমরা বসে থাকবো, সিপি আসুক, তারপর আমরা উঠব।
আমাদের ডিমান্ড খুব পরিষ্কার এবং স্পষ্ট, সিপি কে আসতে হবে এবং আমাদেরকে গ্রেফতার করতে হবে। আমরা অ্যারেস্ট না হলে এখান থেকে উঠছি না, অ্যারেস্ট হলে তবেই উঠব। আমি যখন ব্যারিকেডের উপরে ওঠার চেষ্টা করছিলাম তখন টার্গেট সামনে জল কামানটা আমাকেই চালানো হয় এবং এমনভাবে চালানো হয় আমার ঘাড়ে চোট লাগে। আমার সেক্রেটারি সেটা আমাকে একটু আরাম দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করছে, কিন্তু এইভাবে আরাম পাওয়া সম্ভব নয়। পুরোভাবে গণতন্ত্রকে এখানে মার্ডার করা হলো। মুখ্যমন্ত্রী ভয় পেয়েছেন, তিনি পালিয়ে গেছেন এবং তিনি বিজেপির এই সংখ্যা দেখে তিনি বুঝতে পেরেছিলেন যে কত মানুষ এখানে আসবে এবং যে মানুষ এসেছে আজকে আপনারা দেখেছেন এটা হচ্ছে 30% অফ দ্য টোটাল আমাদের যা এক লোক আসার কথা ছিল।
तृणमूल कांग्रेस सरकार भारतीय जनता पार्टी का आंदोलन को तोड़ने का कोशिश किया। ऐसा कोशिश पश्चिम बंगाल में कोई सरकार नहीं किया। ऐसा दमन नीति कोई सरकार नहीं अपनाया। जनतांत्रिक प्रक्रिया से हमारा एजिटेशन था, उस एजिटेशन को जिस ढंग से इन लोगों ने हिंसात्मक बनाने का कोशिश किया, हम इसका निंदा करते हैं। देखिए, हम शुभेंदु अधिकारी, लोकेट चैटर्जी, तीनों को जो गिरफ्तार किया वो तो 144 नहीं था। सड़क से हम लोग जा रहा था, हमारा साथ कोई कार्यकर्ता भी नहीं था, तो किस लिए अरेस्ट किया? हम लोगों का गुनाह क्या है?
My colleague Shogata Mukhopadhyay joins us on the phone line with more details. Very good morning to you, Shogato. First off, is there going to be another protest by the BJP workers? Can we expect to see another protest on ground? And what are the preparations being made? Have prior permissions being sought for it?
Well, the BJP has made it clear yesterday that till the pujas there will not be any further major protest movements by the party, because obviously till the run up to the pujas there would be the public should not be inconvenienced, is what the party maintains. But it is likely that small protest movements can take place across the state on this. What I can assure you is that the BJP will certainly knock the doors of the judiciary on this, and there is a strong possibility that more and more petitions could be filed on police action on BJP workers before the Calcutta High Court. There is already one petition that has been moved before the Calcutta High Court, which was heard yesterday by the Chief Justice's division bench. But the Chief Justice has already sought for a detailed report from the Home Secretary of the state on the police action that was carried out yesterday by the 19th of this month. That report has to be submitted before the court by the 19th of this month. and more petitions are likely to be filed before the Calcutta High Court. Shukanta Majumdar, the party's state president, has said that they are planning to move also a contempt petition before the Calcutta High Court because the way the leader of opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, was allegedly manhandled by the police yesterday, and other leaders were arrested. Shubhendu Adhikari too was taken to the Lal Bazar police lockup, although the police maintained that he wasn't arrested, but only there was a preventive detention that took place as far as Shubhendu Adhikari was concerned. Yet the party is adamant that it would move the Calcutta High Court, alleging that there has been a contempt of court because no strong action, no punitive action was supposed to be taken against Shubhendu Adhikari as per court orders. So all of that can happen. Mostly it will be the legal battle more than the kind of protest that we are expecting.
All right, Shubhendu, stay with us because speaking of the violence, now we know that Swapan Das Gupta of the BJP was also injured, and our colleague and the political editor Maria Shakil spoke to him about it. Let's listen in.
Swapan Das Gupta, thank you so much. I'm going to ask my producer to put that photograph of yours as well, where you look injured. Let me begin by asking you about your health. I hope you're keeping well, and what really happened.
Well, Maria, I'm fine now. It was obviously quite a shaky. I was quite shaken by this whole thing. You see, the demonstration of the BJP, one wing of the demonstration, as soon as we near the barricades that were put up, they put water cannon, followed that up with tear gas, almost simultaneously, back to back, and followed it up with a lathi charge. And in between and predictably, there was a mad commotion, really, and the police went in with great deal of thing, quite indiscriminately, hurling their batons at everyone. In that, I think I got a baton at the back and fell down in the mud, which is why it was a bit messy. No, more than anything else, there were people who were there who saved me from further injury. But I think the larger question which really arises at this stage is, this was a high-spirited but a completely peaceful demonstration. And in this demonstration, the police might have its job to prevent people from assembling at the West Bengal government headquarters, which is across the river in Howrah. But under the circumstances, you cannot use indiscriminately tear gas, water cannons, lathi charges, etc., to disperse crowds like this. As it is, they made a lot of things like stopping trains, getting people off trains, all the people who were coming in from different parts of the state. This is no way. This was an organized, prearranged protest rally. And I think there's no place for that. There is a place for that in politics.